Well, hello, everyone. Happy Sunday, and welcome to this week's live stream. Different day this week. We like to mix it up sometimes, but I decided to choose the world's hottest day ever here in the UK. If you're living in the UK, you'll know exactly what I mean. Apparently, today is the hottest day of the year so far, and it is particularly, we'll just call it glow-tastic because it's not sweat, it's glow. So we're gonna have to persevere with this, but I can already feel myself heating up as we go along. So how is everyone doing? What are we up to? How's everyone's weekend been? Let me know in the comments. I always forget, start these off and then forget to do the housekeeping. So let's do that very quickly first. So for those of you that have already been on the live streams before, you'll know all of this. But for anyone that's new, we do these live streams every single Saturday, usually, occasionally Sunday, every single week here on Mad About Skin. They're free to enter, everyone's welcome, everyone can join. I always say, if you want to ask a question, feel free, drop it in the chat. But unlike some other live streams, you don't have to ask the question like 1,000,001 times. I go through them in the order in which they come in, just to make sure everyone has a fair shot of having their question answered. So I need to leave it once and I'll get round to it in the order in which they come. If you're wondering what time we do these, it's always 6 p.m. UK time, which is 7 p.m. European time, 10 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, and 5 a.m. if you're watching from Australia or New Zealand. And I always give you an extra big hug if you are, because that is dedication. A big thank you to Tom, who's our sheriff in town for today. Most people very well behaved. Even our trolls are actually quite nice here on Mad About Skin. But Tom keeps everyone in check. And just, like I say, I couldn't do this without him. And he's the sheriff in town and the superstar in town. So just a big thank you to Tom. Now, let's do some hellos. And then we're going to crack on into all the questions and everything that you guys have. So, Eloise, great to see you. Hells, Amy, Jill, great to have you all here. Shelley, Lebrexa, Fristenberg, Jan, Jan, Ian, I had to change the there. We've got Laura. Oh, well, I've already lost where I am. That's a new start. Sweet Tea. We've got Tina. Great to have you all. Stephanie, great to see you. And Corinne, great to have you too. We've got Paula, Reve, Lena. Oh, so many of what I don't like the term old crew because none of us are old. We're all living our very best lives. But, just what I call like people that have been around from the start, which always makes me so happy. And some new names too. So if you are watching for the first time, let us know in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We would absolutely love to hear from you. So let's crack on with some of this. I've got a cup of tea. That's a mistake. It's too hot for that. But did manage to get a cup of tea. And what's new this week? So shipped out all of the retinol oil orders. So if you've ordered a retinol, it is on its way to you now. The courier picked everything up and it's all on its way, which is kind of nice because it was nice to have a successful launch, draw a line under it, and then crack on because I felt a bit overwhelmed in the best possible way by the number of orders. So that's all been done. So I can't wait to find out what you guys think of the retinol oil when you try it, and yeah, obviously let me know what your thoughts and feelings are, and that's really, excuse me. Sorry. So that's really, I feel like accomplished. It's been a productive and accomplished week. We also had a bit of a flurry of orders on our sunscreen. So obviously, sun's out. I'd like to say guns out, but not here. No. But it's great to have to get your sunscreen out. So it's just, sun's out, sunscreen out. So I thought the best way I could do to encourage people to wear the sunscreen is we do a little offer on the Mad About Skin sunscreen, which I know so many of you guys use. So we did a 15% off order on that, and it went absolutely mad. I think mad would be an understatement. It's gone a little bit crazy, which in the best possible way, because it means people are buying sunscreen and hopefully they're going to wear sunscreen and their skin will be protected. So with a good broad spectrum product. If you haven't already, if you haven't seen the offer or anything, it runs for the whole of June. All you need to do is use the code YouTube, all capital letters, all one word, and that will get you 15% off the Mad About Skin sunscreen, whether you buy 1 unit or buy 20 units. It's up to you. That will get you 15% off, and just my way of encouraging everybody to wear their sunscreen. So Hell says, get ready for my favourite live stream. Thank you, Hell. Sending you lots and lots of love. I can barely feel my tongue at the moment, by the way. I meant to say this, but I had some spicy salami thing. It was very spicy. So if I sound like I'm talking funny, it's because I can barely coordinate everything. Amy, great to see you, my love. Jill says, hi, hello everyone. Hello, Rob. Been enjoying the sunshine today? I have. I've been indoors. it's been a bit, I don't want to tempt fate and say it's been too warm, because let's be honest, in the UK we don't get a lot of heat, so it's nice when we do. We kind of celebrate it. But it is definitely a little bit on the warm side today. Just a little bit. We're taking it after Canada, because I've been speaking to Tom all week, who's been saying it's ridiculously warm in Canada. So I think it's quite warm everywhere. And he says, have the animals enjoy the sunshine? Chickens love it. The cats love basking in it if they can find, like, somewhere where the light shines in. They love that. Dogs, no. It's not dog weather. That's all I'll say. Shelley says, hey Rob, excited to be here. Thank you, Shelley, and thank you for joining. Send you so much love. Amy says, Rob, what are you doing in here so early? I was still 2 minutes late, Amy. I won't worry. We're not setting any records, don't worry. Great to see you, Lebrexa. Fristenberg says, hello everyone, hope everyone has a nice weekend. It's been a gorgeous weekend, nice and chill. Nice and chill, which is great. Fisterberg says, oh, Rob, I'm so happy that I stumbled on your channel last year. This is such a lovely community. Thank you, Fisterberg. And I'm glad that you stumbled across the channel and stumbled into the live streams, because it won't be the same without you. Jan says, hello, everyone. Tomorrow is a public holiday for the Thai Queen's birthday, so no work for me. Oh, that's cool. So I could join on Sunday for once. Jan, we are happy birthday to the Thai Queen, and though we really know the secret Thai Queen is you. You are the most fabulous in Thailand. And enjoy the public holiday. Jazz also says, sorry I missed your birthday last week. Went to the house party and came back at 3 a.m. Wash face, slapped on moisturiser, woke with glowing skin, and a sore head. Oh, don't worry about the head. If you're looking fabulous, Jan, doesn't matter what you're feeling like head-wise. And thank you very, very much. Yeah, had a little bit of it was quite a busy birthday weekend, but it's all calmed down now, which is amazing. Jan says, hi folks, can't type. Got my tiny clone on the shoulder, so sounds making dinner. We three can't wait for the stream. I could just see that's multitasking. That's full on multitasking, Jan. And yeah, I like it when you say like your tiny clone. I now have visions of the most gorgeous baby in the world with a full-on beard. I'm thinking, if it's a mini you, I'm thinking full-on beard, possibly with an amazing Christmas jumper. Like that's that's what I'm visioning. That's what I'm seeing in his future. Ian, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. And I don't know how hot it is in London, but if it's as hot as it is here in Southampton, stay cool would be my advice, because it's a roasting one. So Laura, great to see you, my love. Sweet tea, sending lots of love to Florida. Tina says, hello Tina, welcome and thank you for joining. So Amy says, Rob, did you see Dr. Shireen's video yesterday about hyaluronic acid? She kicked hyaluronic acid to the curb, thankfully, and good, so it should. Hyaluronic acid is so pants, like, it's fine, it's okay. It's these people that say hyaluronic acid is like the game changer, this, that, and the other. It's amazing. It's like at best average. You know what I mean? Like it's fine in small concentrations, like everything, but it is in every single like serum, moisturizer, cleanser. It's too much. I didn't see her video yesterday. I do normally watch her video, so I'm sure it'll pop up on my recommended for me page thing. So I will check it out. But yeah, I'm glad she kicked it to the curb, because I think hyaluronic acid in small concentrations is fine. Like everything, in moderation, it's fine. It's when like it's in everything, you can't escape it. It's a little bit too much, I think. A little bit too much. But I will go watch that out after that. Stephanie, great to see you, my love. I hope all is amazing with you. Corinne the Cat says, hi everyone, I'm enjoying the Mad About Skin sunscreen that arrived last weekend just in time for the garden DIY project. I love a well-timed delivery. And yay, I'm so glad that it's working for you. I love to hear your stories of people that have gone to quite hot climates. People are having some lovely holidays at the moment. And we're like, wore it, didn't burn, it's all good. I'm like, yes, that is it. Because, it's been through all the testing. We put it through all the testing and everything to make sure it was a true broad spectrum sunscreen. But testing's like on paper, It's kind of, it's on a number of things, but it's on paper. And it's actually nice to see it on like real life situations and how it works. And that makes me very happy that it's working so well for so many people. Paula, great to see you. And aloha all the way. Sending you lots and lots of love. Sweet Tea said, honestly, I don't know if I have any hyaluronic acid in my skincare. I don't really see a need for it. I use it selectively, so I don't have any hyaluronic acid in my skincare routine. My skin doesn't like a lot of it, so I tend to avoid it. but I'll use it selectively where it is a great plumper. So I use the Indeed Labs Hydrolurate, I think it's called, serum. I use that when I want a bit of plumping, and it works really well, and it's great. But it's kind of, I don't reach for a serum. I don't reach for it in everything. I just like to limit it. Also, it's not the best humectant. The best humectant is collagen, glycerin. They're all better. So I think people that like cling onto the hyaluronic acid, I'm like, oh, we could be doing better, I think. Reve, great to see you, my love. Lena, same to you. Bristol says, I'm a bigger fan of glycerin than hyaluronic acid. Yeah, glycerin all the way, all the way. It's actually better. It does the job better. It gets into the skin. It's more skin compatible, so less likely to irritate you. Glycerin for the win, for sure. Let's see. Hell says, Nebius Beauty reviewed the La Roche-Posay Redermic Retinol serum. I think it's a holy grail. Have you tried it? I really, 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 really don't like it. Really don't like it. I think I'm just gonna double check that it's not a different formulation. Oh no, different one. Sorry. I'm glad I checked that. They do a retinol in like a red serum. That's utter garbage. It's also packed full of dry alcohol. It doesn't work. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. This is the Redermic one in the tube. So yes, this is different. I redact that. It wasn't garbage. This one is, yeah, so I've got a few thoughts on this. I've tried it in the past. Haven't tried it for some time. In terms of the ingredients, it's okay. It's not that great. I would say I don't know where, like, I don't know where the fangirling comes about this one. It's got some, like, yeah, it's got some qualities to it. I don't know. So they use forms of vitamin A derivative that I don't personally like. I prefer retinol. They use palmitates generally, which, you know, are fine in conjunction with higher strength things to boost up the strength, but not, you know, in this. I'm not massively sold on it. I'm not massively sold. It's also got some oils in here that react with my skin, like soybean oil really reacts with my skin. That's something that's just personal to me, not to everyone, but for some reason my skin hates it, absolutely hates it. So I think with that La Roche-Posay product, I'm not sold on it. I think it's quite expensive for what it is, but I do prefer it over the one in the red serum. If you're going to shop La Roche-Posay for your retinol, I would go for the Redermic one, not the one in the serum, which is absolute garbage. This one is next step up. I've just not been massively. To be fair, I haven't seen the review on No BS Beauty, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay, and it is one of the better ones from the La Roche-Posay collection, serum collection, I would say. Rita, have you tried it though, Hals? Have you tried it? Did you like it? Because of course, it's all right, like one person's view. It's great to see like other people's views and takes on it because it reacted with my skin because that soybean oil. I might have had a better result with it if it wasn't for that, if that makes sense. Rita, great to see you, my love. Watch it, great to see you. Annika, hello, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Diana, wonderful to have you here, my love. Princessa says, hi, Rob. Good day, all. Good day to you, my love. Have you tried the Italic brand retinaldehyde 0.5%, even stronger than the strongest Medicaid 20? I haven't. I do need to check that out. I will give that a look. I watch these live streams back and I always make a note of what I promised and what I said I'd review. So I will check that out. Thank you for the heads up. I haven't even heard about it. Let's see. Amy says, Sheriff, Floof Daddy, we love you. We love Tom. We love Tom. Jan says, I spot that glow every day here. Tried the Audrey Glycolic Acid Toner for the armpits. It works. It does. It genuinely works. I put it to test today with no deodorant. Thanks for the tip. It's a really great, like, underarm deodorant. It genuinely works really, really well. I cannot imagine, Jan, how you manage with the Thai humidity. I would literally be asleep. I would be asleep all the time because I just have to sleep through it. Watching the potatoes said, thank you, including New Zealand. I love New Zealand. I've got a friend that emigrated to New Zealand just after university and is having the best time ever. She cannot fangirl enough about the people, the beautiful scenery, the food, because actually the cuisine is much underrated, I think. It doesn't get enough love. Stuff that she sends is amazing, and the culture, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of New Zealand. Huge fan. Suzanne says, hope you're all well, just making dinner. Suzanne, where's my invite? Shall I come over now? Set the table. Andrew just says, hi, so happy to make it to the live. So happy you're here, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Christina says, popping up to say hi. I'm doing a bit of hiking today with my partners. It's warm and sunny. I mean, Christina, love. First of all, thanks for the hi, Christina. I think hiking, I can only assume it's a little bit cooler in Ireland than it is here in the UK, because hiking in this won't catch me doing, unless it's hiking to the bar. That's the only hiking I do. But it does sound gorgeous, my love, and hope you and your partner are having a wonderful time. Lots of sunscreen, drink lots of water, don't stay out in the heat too long. With my recommendation. Isma says, hello, please can you tell the best daytime and nighttime routine for oily skin? So I've done various routines. I think the best way, because I couldn't obviously document it here, if you just, in the YouTube search bar, just put Mad About Skin, oily skin, and it'll come up with the routine. I did a full morning and evening one with all that good stuff. I just couldn't remember everything. I list it here in the video, but definitely check it out. Sweet Tea said, Tom is the goat. He is the goat indeed. Greatest of all time, in case anyone thinks that we might just be calling him a goat. Lena says, should vitamin C serums be applied on dry or damp skin? I've heard that damp skin could dilute, neutralize the formula. It does actually depend on the formula. It depends on the vitamin C. As a general rule, I think I would be inclined to apply it onto dry skin, but it probably doesn't matter as much as people think. So there's this whole thing about the pH of vitamin C being really important. Actually, most vitamin Cs are now formulated with a more skin-compatible pH with other penetration-enhancing ingredients to get around the need for a low pH. If you're applying a low pH formula, then yes, putting it on damp skin might at the margins impact that, but probably not. Most of the formulations, it doesn't matter. So I say do what works for you. At the end of the day, you're still going to get great benefit from your vitamin C, dry or damp skin. Do what works for you, but my personal preference would be on dry skin. But great question. So, let's see. Tina says, I was wondering if I could use the ordinary buffet plus copper peptides in the same routine as azelaic acid. Yes, and yes. Yes, you can. Absolutely. The only thing I probably wouldn't use it in the same routine as is a high-strength retinoid. Everything else, you're absolutely fine. Azelaic acid isn't an exfoliating acid like others, and you can absolutely use low pH ingredients alongside peptides, no problem at all. Tanya says, but don't worry about asking that, Tina, because so many people do, because it is one of those very common misconceptions that I believed for the longest time. So a really good question. Tanya says, first time watcher of your live stream from Ontario. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. We love the first time crew and sending you lots of love to Ontario. Asma says, please recommend some easy available. Oh no, we've covered that. Let's see. First no, wait, I think I've skipped some. Stephanie says, so happy Geek and Gorgeous website is now up and running in the US. It is. I thought it was US and Canada, but apparently it's just the US. Canada just comes soon, according to Geek and Gorgeous. So, which is good, because it means everyone can have cheaper shipping. I know some people have been a little bit disappointed that there was a $60 minimum order for free shipping, but I always say you've got to see this in like two parts. Not everyone wants free shipping for a start. Everyone wants free shipping, but not everyone is in the market for free shipping. It benefits people because it's a lower shipping rate. So the shipping from Europe to the States was ridiculous with Geek and Gorgeous. So now if you only want to buy one product, it's a lot cheaper shipping than people used to pay. So I know people are disappointed that it's got a $60 minimum spend for free shipping. But ultimately, I think the reason that they decided to launch a US web shop is so that everyone can enjoy a lower shipping rate if you only want to buy one product, two products. You know what I mean? And I could spend $60 quite easily on Geek and Gorgeous. But I know not everybody wants to spend that, and that's fine. It's still a lower shipping rate, which I think, yeah, I definitely applaud them for working to try and minimize the shipping cost. They could do some more work. But still, yeah, it's great. Tina says, so glad I could join today on my walk. Oh, happy walking. Where are we walking? Is it hot? Where are we walking to? So Jan says, Rob, someone bought us Yorkshire tea. Thoughts? Packaging says it's proper. Oh my god. So Jan, let me right, okay. So we can do, I'm not gonna go into like a 10-minute rant about tea, but I will just say this. So Yorkshire tea is the accessible brand of the Betty's tea that I always drink. So I'm always fangirling about Betty's tea. It's amazing. It's the best thing ever. Betty's is like the premier brand of Tailors of Harrogate, which are the tea merchants. Their more accessible tea bags are the Yorkshire tea brand, which is actually one of my favourites, and is, as a Yorkshireman, I could definitely say it is proper. And they are amazing. My top tip, if anyone's using Yorkshire tea, is it's pretty strong. I love that. I like my tea so strong that my spoon can stand up in it. If you don't like really strong tea, use one bag between 2 cups. That's like what some of my family do. A, because they're cheap, and B, because they don't want the tea too strong. So you can always do that, but it's amazing tea. It's great. It's like great. I can't fangirl about it enough. And proper, I haven't heard that word said in the longest time, because obviously I'm from Yorkshire, but I don't live in Yorkshire anymore. And yeah, that's like our go-to. So what's proper? It's proper. What does proper mean? Just um like legit, like authentic. It's yeah, amazing. It's just another word for Holy Grail. Proper. I love that. That's brought me right back to my childhood. Gamer says, hi Rob, you mentioned recently that Geek and Gorgeous has a Canadian site. No. This was my fault. I got really excited and said, oh, they're now shipped to North America. Well, it said launching our North American store, and North America to me is Canada and the States. And there are some others I appreciate, but there's like the two that come to mind. So I assumed it was Canada. It's not. There is going to be a Canadian web shop opening up in the next couple of months. Geek and God just confirmed that to me, so hold tight, it is coming. I promise. But that was a mistake on me. Jill says, my 40th wedding anniversary today. Congratulations, Jill. Are you been spoiled? I hope you've been spoiled. I hope that there was flowers, that there was boxes of fabulousness to open, and it was all amazing. You deserve to be pampered and spoiled, Jill, and I hope you very much are. Let me know what you got. Very exciting. And what's 40? It's like paper is one, and then what is the gift for a 40th wedding anniversary? Stephanie said, did you see there's a chicken war going on all over the world? So cute to see these people with their chicks running behind them. Oh, absolutely. I saw this on I think I saw it on TikTok, which is amazing. So my chickens don't run after me. This is where people who keep chickens run and the chickens run after them. My chickens don't do that. If I shake the treat tin, they come running, but they don't actually run after me. I don't know why. I couldn't do that. So I couldn't do that. Jan says, I hope this baby had a full-on beard. That's another good Yorkshire saying. Yeah, like, full-on is kind of like, yeah, full-on. Like, at max. Like, go big or go home. Full-on. It's another amazing Yorkshire saying, you see. Suzanne says, our baby Yang clone will need funny, snuggly Christmas jumper for shot. Of course. That goes without saying, Suzanne. That definitely goes without saying. If he's not dressed up as a garlic clove come Christmas, I'll be disappointed. And I know Tom will be disappointed. It was actually a cat bed. It was a garlic clove cat bed, wasn't it? Yes, if he doesn't grow a beard by the age 15, we're putting up for adoption. This is true. He will. Don't worry, Jan. There is no chance with his dad as heavily bearded as you are that he won't. Judy says, hi Rob, quick layering question. Yeah, go for it. Which order should I use Synoxin and your antioxidant cream in the morning? I use my vitamin C and Cica serum first. Oh, good. Actually, that's the right order. So use your vitamin C, throw on your Cica afterwards, apply the Man About Skin antioxidant cream, and then apply the Synoxin afterwards. It doesn't really matter. You can use them in any order, to be honest, but I would probably do it that way because I feel that there's a little dimethicone in the Synoxin and it just seals everything in, smooths everything out. So I would personally put that on last. But great question. Really great question. Gabriella says, hello, I really enjoyed the YouTube content this week. Thank you. So many great recommendations. Some of them are also my current favourites. Oh, there's nothing. I watch a lot of skincare content creators, and I feel so smug when someone shares their favourites and I've got half of them. I'm like, done. I did that with James Welsh recently. I was like, yes. But thank you very much. I feel like as content creators, a bit of behind the scenes for you guys here. I feel like as content creators, we go in like waves of creativity. So some days you can like wake up and have 1,000,001 different videos that you want to film, so many different ideas that you want to create, and loads of things that you're like really itching to like produce. And then other days you're like, oh, I can't really think of anything to film. Oh, what can and you don't feel as motivated. It's really weird. And it kind of comes in waves as to like how it goes. And the last 2 weeks I felt really like motivated and be like, yes, I could film this, we could do that. It's been a good couple of weeks when it comes to kind of producing content and feeling like what I want to produce. So thank you. I'm really glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm trying to do a more casual filming style, because I think everything's got a little bit overly edited on YouTube. And I think there's a time and a place for that. But I sit down and I watch some videos and it's like jump cut after jump cut after jump cut, and it gets really over edited. And I'm not very good at editing, and B, I kind of don't like watching that. So I want today's video, which is going live a little bit later this evening. I've just got to do some tweaks on it. Going live a little bit later this evening, is on my empties for 2023 so far. Love a good empties video, and there are so many empties that I've got to share and talk about, like so many. But I managed to do it all in one take, so there's no jump cuts, no editing required, just all in one take. I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could actually do it, because I do prefer that sort of more chatty content. Let me know, guys, what do you like? Robin, great to see you, my love. Hope Ollie's amazing with you. Amy says, if you want some plumping, you could just work pancakes and donuts to your daily diet. This is true. It's the best way to get that plumping effect. Amy, I'm with you. If you would like to become my official waffle maker, that would be great. Because I'm always too lazy to clean the pan after I made waffles. That is the problem. See, Hildy says, hi everyone, hope you're all having a great weekend. Has anyone tried Pacific Skincare? Yes. And if so, what did you recommend? The vegan ceramide lotion. Oh, you say it's new in the Netherlands. Definitely try it out. They're not the cheapest, but they're also not ridiculously expensive. It's a nice halfway price point. I would probably say the vegan ceramide lotion. They do a cream, but I personally prefer the lotion. I just feel it's a little bit more, it's obviously more lightweight because it's a lotion, but I feel it's a little bit more nourishing as well. My skin just drinks it up. Absolutely loves it. So yeah, definitely try Pacifica. Definitely worth the splurge. I would go for the vegan ceramide lotion. Flower Power, great to see you, my love. Robin said, just came back from Boots with a bunch of goodies. Rob suggested it was like a kid in a can store. Ooh, what did you get, Robin? Dish the tea. Tell us all of the. What did you get? What did you get? I'm very, very excited to know. I went to Boots the other day, and I was literally like, it's like a kid in a candy store moment. The last time I went to Boots, though. The last time I went to Boots, though, I was in the skincare aisle. I told this story the other week, and I still haven't quite lived it down. I haven't been to Boots since this. I went to Boots, and I was shopping, just looking for some new skincare, anything that I want to try, anything like new. And stocking up on a few favourites, and I had my little basket, and I'm in the aisle, and then I glanced over, and there was someone there looking at some of the products. I think it was like the Revolution skincare products, and was watching on a video, one of the videos that I created, obviously around that brand. So, which, to be fair, I do that with other content creators. I'll be like, oh, what's the name of that thing that I wanted to try, and I save the video and I watch it, and I was like, oh, this is awkward. This is really, really awkward. And I was, in that moment, I was like, do I just say, oh, by the way, it's that one, and point to the one? Or is that going to be really weird? Or do I just not acknowledge this and just walk away? Anyway, I took the second one out because I was like, oh, I've stood here too long, I've lingered too long, it's really awkward. So I went and hid by the tampons for about 10 minutes and then came back out. And normally I would love it if people say hi. Obviously, I love that. It was just that I'd created that really awkward moment where I'm like, I think I'm in too deep. Anyway, so that was the last time I went to Boots, and I haven't lived that down because I was basically just sort of loitering around the feminine hygiene aisle for no apparent reason for a solid 10 minutes. And that was the last time I went to Boots. Went the other day, no such events happened, which was all great, and picked up some really good stuff. So Robin, let me know what you bought. Let's see. Sophie says, happy Sunday. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine, Rob. I am. It's very warm. It's ridiculously warm. I've been using obviously I don't do the whole tanning thing. I don't mind getting a little, I love the sun. So I always put, I factor 50 on and then out the door, but I don't like laying in the sun. But I've been using the Indeed Labs Nano Blur bronzing drops or whatever. They're actually really good. Gives a little colour, yeah, I would recommend them for sure. Amy says, I'm the only one that loves Claire's vitamin E moisturiser. I've never tried that. I hated the serum. I've never tried the moisturiser, Amy, so I'm not going to read you to filth for that. I do need to try it. What's it like? What sort of texture has it got? Suzanne says, and I'm here. Dinner is on. Dinner is on, and it's going to be amazing, Suzanne. It's going to be amazing. Shelley says, do you have any suggestions for flushing in rosacea? My skin is good until about noon, and then both cheeks are red. Yeah. Obviously, azelaic acid is like the best thing you can do for rosacea in general to minimize that down. I don't personally have rosacea, but I do know quite a few friends that do. And they say the best thing to kind of do is to work out what your trigger points are. So, is there anything around midday that you do that could be triggering it? You know, some people it's spicy food, some people it's alcohol, some people it's caffeine. What is there anything particular at midday that's triggering that? Because if you can eliminate that, that's the best way of resolving things. If not, azelaic acid is really, really good, and it's a great way of just minimizing the flushing, the redness, and can work really well. Using and Centella asiatica is probably what my top tip would be, because that also calms and soothes, so they work really, really well together. There's nothing, you know, if it's really bothering you, I would recommend speaking to your doctor, GP, dermatologist, because there are some other treatments that you can do around it, prescription or treatments. I would probably recommend that as an option as well, because I do know how difficult it can be to get on top of it. But azelaic acid is probably the best that you can get over the counter for tackling rosacea, particularly the flushing that's associated with it. Hope that helps. So let's see. Lena says, thanks for the info about the vitamin C. Should I wait 10-15 minutes after applying it before going into the rest of my routine? The rumours about how unstable vitamin C is really scare me. Oh no, don't wait 15 minutes. Nah, 60 seconds and you're good. Put your vitamin C on, wait 60 seconds for it to sink in, then put your Seeker on top. You're absolutely good. You just kind of want it to get into the skin. If it's a water-based vitamin C, it'll absorb quicker. If it's silicone-based, a little longer. 2 minutes tops and you'll be absolutely fine with that. But don't feel bad about feeling like listening to the fear-mongering around it. There's so much of it out there. It's really easy to kind of buy into that, so don't worry at all. But most of it is myth, I promise you. Now I'm going to take a big sip of my tea, so if you haven't already, the like button is there, ready to be caressed. Minimize the chat, hop over to the big thumbs up button, give it a little tap, and then when you come back to the chat, it takes you back to where you were, so you don't miss out on anything. I know, it's always like a broken record with content creators going, don't forget to like and subscribe, which, if you noticed, I've stopped saying at the start of the videos. I'm like, you know what? People will do that if they want to do that. Let's mix up the intro and do away with that. So if you noticed on the last few videos, we've done away with the whole begging for a like, because I'm like, no, I'm no. And as a result, we do tend to get fewer likes, but not massively, and I feel it's less repetitive. So let me know, do you appreciate that? Do you like that? Whatever. And thanks for all the likes that you guys do give. It does genuinely mean a lot to me. Let me take a sip of this tea. That's great. That's actually Christmas tea. This was the Fortnum & Mason's Christmas tea, which I'm still like drinking through, and it's really, really good. Like, I'll be buying this again in 6 months' time when it's Christmas. Facey says, hello Rob, please suggest a drugstore vitamin C serum with at least 6 months shelf life after opening. It doesn't really exist. I mean, some do, but a lot of things depend on the shelf life of a vitamin C, so how fresh it was made. So like Geek and Gorgeous is made fresh and shipped to you in the same week, so you know, they say 3 months shelf life, so you know when you get it, it's a full 3 months, whereas if it's been sat on a shelf somewhere, it's not going to be full 3 months. Does that make sense? I'm just thinking of something that's stabilized. So, and you said that are you looking for drugstore that's available in Pakistan? So I'm just trying to think of brands that might be accessible in Pakistan. Not my favorite brand in the whole world. I will put that out there. Let me just see if I can find a link to it. Bear with me. Let's see. L'Oreal do a new vitamin C. It's called the Revitalist Derm Intensives 12%. Let me just see if I can actually find that. Oh, there we are. I've got it. So, this is the link to it in Target. So you can get the name of it and everything. Let me just drop that in the. Let me just drop that in the comment section. Now, L'Oreal, not my favourite brand, personally, but that vitamin C is drugstore. It's accessible globally, so you could probably get it in Pakistan, I would imagine. And it is stabilised. It's pure form vitamin C and stabilised, so it will last probably 6 to 12 months in terms of shelf life once you buy it, which is great if that's your primary motivator. Like I say, L'Oreal, not my favourite brand in the world, but you know what, they do actually, in that product, I actually think is quite a decent product, and it has a good shelf life, so definitely think if that's what you're looking for, that could work for you. Hope that helps. So Suzanne says Yorkshire tea will hit the spot tomorrow morning. Mama might need a little caffeine. I think Yorkshire tea should be prescribed for new mothers. and dads, anyone that's sleep deprived as a result of a little mini them arriving, I think it should be prescription Yorkshire tea. Suzanne, best thing to do. So this is how if you want to know how to make Yorkshire tea as a true Yorkshireman, couple of things. First of all, don't do that thing that some people do, the way they put the milk in first and the tea bag in the milk. That traumatizes me. No. This is what the people at Taylor's of Harrogate, when I went on a tea workshop, told me to do, so I'm assuming they know. Boil your kettle and then let it boil, flick off, and then time it 60 seconds, because you don't want to put boiling water in. You want it to have cooled down 3 degrees. So wait 60 seconds after it's boiled, then pour it on top of the tea bag, leave it for 90 seconds, a minute and a half, take it out, squeeze it, take it out, and then put your milk in to your preference, or sugar, whatever you want to put in that. But that's how they told me to make it at the actual factory that makes the Yorkshire tea. So I think they must know, and I would recommend that. But definitely don't put the milk in first. When people see that, I find that it stresses me out no end. And I know some of my friends do it as well. I'm like, oh no, I don't know. But that's how to get your perfect caffeine hit on a morning, Suzanne. And I want to know what you think of it. So let's see. Heldy says, debating on trying the fragrances too. Had a sample of the Himalaya one. Oh, actually, I do think Pacifica fragrances are really nice. If you like a fragrance, a little spritz, it smells really, really good. Robin says, is Betty's Tea Room only in York? I think it's a Yorkshire thing. They have more than one. So they've got one in Harrogate, they've got one in York, they've got one at Harlow Car, which is a big open gardens place. They've got quite a few. I think most of them are in Yorkshire, if I'm honest, but they do ship across the UK. I would fully recommend them. Not sponsored. I just really like their tea. So Reve says, any intel on whether Dessian plans on having a summer sale? Ooh, that would be good. That would be really, really good. I do know that they're doing their autumn sale, their November sale, like they normally do, because they gave me a heads up. We always do our charity drive for November, so they actually very kindly give me a heads up to say that's it, so I can create the content in advance of that. So I know that's happening. Summer sale, did they do a June sale last year? Was it June or July? They did, didn't they? Who knows? Well, actually, I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. Promise. Amy says, I'd run after you, Rob. Is that you dressed as a chicken, Amy, or just in general? Just so I know what we're batting back with. Denise says, Ruby is the gift for 40th wedding anniversary, so Ruby jewelry. Ooh, yes. Oh, yes. Jill, I hope you are now sporting the world's biggest ruby. That sounds amazing. And red is one of my favourite colours, so ruby, it's a good anniversary. Jill says, 40 years is ruby, and I've been thoroughly spoiled all weekend, as you should be, Jill, and I hope you've had a most gorgeous weekend. Flower Power says, I have a question. Do you know any face cleansers that can also be used on the eyes? I'm using the Jelly Joker from Geek and Gorgeous, but I wonder if there are any others. So Geek and Gorgeous, yes, you can use that on the eyes, that's no problem. The Mad About Skin cleanser, great brand, don't know if you've heard of them, fabulous. That can also be used on the eyes. You can use what's that other brand that I really love and I can't remember, the Allies of Skin, amino molecular cleanser, that can also be used on the eyes. Those are the three that I use all the time around the eyes and never have an issue with. So yeah, Geek and Gorgeous, mine, and Allies of Skin are the three that I know you won't have a problem with around the eyes. Most you can, as long as you don't just patch test first. That would be my recommendation. Amy says, what's a jump cut? That's in videos where it cuts, it jolts like that because they've messed up. So basically you're talking about something, then you stop, you mess up or whatever, and you cut it out and you try and make it as seamless as possible, but it kind of looks like you jumped a little. That's a jump cut, I think. That might be the wrong terminology. Possibly. I've only been doing this 3 years, haven't I? Still haven't cracked it. Sylvia says, hi Rob, I'm in the Netherlands. I really like your channel. Thanks for the information. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you. And I'm sending lots and lots of love all the way to the Netherlands. I love you. So Suzanne says, postpartum, I've noticed, just for the record, that's the first time. It took me 3 years to realise what postpartum meant. I should know this. I should have known this. And then I was like, oh, it dawned on me 3 months ago. And I was like, okay, now I know what it means. I used to read it as post-possum, and I always think, why do people have this many possums in their life? What's the... I don't get it. Why are people post-possum? Are we over possums? Are they cancelled? It got very confusing. Very confusing. Then I realised what it was. I've noticed my skin changing, more texture, and it feels kind of scaly. First of all, Suzanne, you'll still look absolutely gorgeous, so whatever. So you're scaly, dry, acne-prone. Yep, I've been there. Suzanne, been there. Yes. So I have done the whole like dry skin, but still breaking out. It's a treat. We're actually quite a rare people, Suzanne, so you're in good company. A couple of things that I would recommend using. It's also quite difficult. The whole post baby, especially if you're breastfeeding, there's certain things you can and can't do, so that you need to be mindful of. But my recommendations generally, on just dealing with dry, scaly skin is twofold. So, first of all, go for a really hydrating exfoliator because you want something that's gonna give you maximum like exfoliation but also maximum hydration at the same time. So if you can get an exfoliating cream, that can work. But also, like a lactic acid is a really great option. So just focus on the exfoliator and make sure it's hydrating the one that you're using alongside exfoliator. Also, urea. Like the best thing in the whole world, as someone who is acne prone and scaly and dry, urea. It's great. Not only does it hydrate, but it also does a light exfoliation. You can go up to like you can get a 20% urea cream and patch test because it's quite potent, but that will literally smooth everything out in a couple of days. It's great. The Ultrist one that's designed for the body, use it on the face. Just go with caution and make sure that you just patch testing a little bit first, make sure you're all good. But yes, that would probably be what I'd say because I think that of all the products I've tried, urea has hands down smoothed my skin, helped with like exfoliation, and never broken me out. So that would be my two recommendations. But just know, Suzanne, you look amazing, and I always think the babies in general love you unconditionally, scales and all. And you'll still look absolutely beautiful, Suzanne, so don't worry. Danny Kaya, I hope I pronounced that right, says, hello Rob, I have a question. What's your opinion on the RNWDER Concentrate Ceramide Plus Serum? Do you know, I just hate how long these names are in skincare. Can we just put that out there? As a content creator, I have to read these names out. It's impossible. So aside from the name, which I hate, I have never tried anything from DNW, RNW even. I've never tried anything. People really recommend them. I think I need to try them. Shall I try them? Would anyone else like to hear like a review? Let me know. Yeah, let me know because I would be very much open to trying them. And I think I've heard good things about the line in general. Lots of people speak really highly of them. So yeah, let me know because I haven't got any personal. I like the look of the products, but I haven't tried any of them. Amy said, "Hid by the tampons, I'm dead." Yeah, I don't think it was my proudest moment. And I think there could have been like less obvious places to hide. Let's put it that way. I think lessons could have been learned. Let's just summarize that. Robin said, "I got the vitamin C brightening body serum. Ah, I love that. The smell, just the smell of that out of the shower. Put some of that on. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the moisturizing cream, which I also love. I think you could probably use the serum, the body serum on the face. I don't because they're so cheap. I also buy the moisturizing cream separate, like you've done. I think you probably could use the serum on the face and do away with one or the other, but I like it because they're so affordable. I do use both, and it's great. The collagen cream, the smell of that as well. Oh, the smell of that is so good. And the Garnier Ambrosella Anti-Dark Spots and Anti-Pollution Super UV. That's also a really good sunscreen. Oh, yeah. I'd have all of that. And actually, none of it's massively expensive, which is great. I love Boots because there's always a deal on. You're never overpaying. It's all great. Watching the potatoes said, I think most of us will be excited to get your help at Boots. Yeah, I think I just lingered too long. It got super awkward. Robin says, I might have also stopped by Space NK too. Oh no, my credit card provider won't let me anywhere near Space NK. Like, nope. They've got some really good new brands. I love that. Sweetie said, Robin by the super tampons. Hoping they'd soak up the awkward. They didn't, Sweetie. They didn't. So Sweet Tea says, okay, I know what Boots is, what Space NK. So Boots is our drugstore, and yeah, Space NK is this really bizarre brand that shouldn't succeed but does because they're amazing. And basically they do skincare, makeup and hair care, but you walk in and it's like this little apothecary style, and they have all of the brands that you can't get in other stores. So they basically pride themselves on stocking the things that people talk about online, but you can't walk into another store and buy. So they were the first to stock, here in the UK, they were the first to stock Laura Mercier makeup, for example. Now you can get it in other places, but they were the first to stock it. They were the first to stock Drunk Elephant in physical stores. Again, you can get them other places now, but they were one of the first. Naturium, they stocked. Charlotte Tilbury were one of the first to stock. Basically, they're the first to bring a lot of brands to physical stores. And then they tend to keep them, but some they drop when they become super popular, because their point is they don't want to compete with other drugstores necessarily. They want their own gap in the market. And it's quite well priced. You can get The Ordinary there now. Yeah, they're amazing. It's so bougie. Google Space NK and see the look of it. It's such a nice store. All of them are so nice. There's not enough of them. My closest one is Winchester. They tend to be in slightly like fancy places. If you've got a Space NK, you live somewhere posh, usually. So here in Southampton, we should have one. We're posh enough for one, I'm sure, but we don't. I have to go to Winchester to go to one, and that is super posh. Harper says, I concussioned myself having a dance party in the front lawn, haven't been able to watch. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. I'm sure it was fabulous while it was happening. I'm sure it was fabulous. So listening, I want to say how much I truly like you. Oh, I love you too, love. Love you. I would just say, take care of yourself. Make sure that, if you are going to get a concussion, dancing like no one's looking is the very best way of doing it. Just take care of yourself, my love. Take care. Sophie said, you should have said hi. If I'm in Southampton, I'm going to stalk you out and play one of your YouTube videos. I'm always found loitering in the aisles of Southampton's Boots or Superdrug. Both of them. Both on the high street, I'm always there. And also, opposite Boots, it's Holland and Barrett, and I'm always in Holland and Barrett because they stock Q&A skin. So I usually do, like, when I visit Southampton City Centre, I normally go to Boots, spend an hour in there, hop over to Superdrug, which is just down a little bit, spend about an hour in there, then go to Holland and Barrett, and I always buy a ridiculous amount of Q&A skin. That's my tour of Southampton. Amy says, Rob, the Claire's texture is strange and wonderful, kind of like panna cotta. Though you did say pants cotta there, I love that autocorrect fail. Love that. Pants cotta, love it. It's gel like skipping up into pots back into a perfectly smooth surface. Well, I quite like that idea. I don't like panna cotta. I like the texture's fine if I'm not eating it. Deal. I'll try that out. Thank you, Amy. And that's giving me a laugh. Pants cotta. Love that. Hildy says, what's she hiding in the feminine hiding zone? Yeah, just loitering. It's always good to get a broad spectrum and everything. Shelley said, thank you. I'll get some azelaic acid. I do use Skin 1004 Natal. Love that. The blue serum, beautiful. It's great, but I'll try azelaic acid. And you can use them together. It does work really, really well. Denise says, maybe put an icon or banner on screen asking for likes, since the likes are so important to expanding the viewership. This is true. I might, if I knew how to do that, I will try to do that. Just putting a little, like, I see other content creators do it. And I think it's a great way of a visual reminder without having to go through the whole, like, yeah. So Robert says UK version of Sephora. Oh, that's a good rate. Space NK is like Sephora, but a bit more niche. It's got a smaller collection of products, but really good. So Danny says, hello everyone, I just stopped by to say hi, just landed in London now. Danny, welcome to London. The Queen has landed in London. Danny, we love you and welcome to the UK. Hopefully you have an amazing time. Tell me everything you buy in London. I need to know everything. So how do you feel about magnesium ascorbyl phosphate for hyperpigmentation? Love it. The only one I liked though was The Ordinary. It's been out of stock for forever. I did hear a rumor that it would be coming back this year, so I'm going to hold them to that because I very, very, very much enjoy that. Fristenberg says, it's pants cotta when you enjoy your dessert too much and end up spilling it down your pants. I'd like to think it is. Hilpree, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Hilpree said, well, you went to the Taylor's factory. Wow, we need to go. They asked me, like, do you want to come and see one of our they've got multiple different locations, and do you want to go and see? I was like, yes. Yes. And I would happily become a spokesperson for all things tea related. Happy, free of charge to lend my services to that, which I think is a really important cause. Suzanne says, I love your directions to the Yorkshire tea. They'll come in handy. I'll take it as gospel. It is. I mean, a Yorkshireman takes his tea very seriously. Very seriously. Lily says, I find tea doesn't steep as well if you add the milk in at the same time as tea. True. This is true. You get a better tea experience putting the milk in afterwards. No issue with milk and tea. Put as much in as you want, but put it after the hot water. Amy, great to see you. My love says, hi Rob, I'm a replay listener, but just dropping in with a couple of questions. Fire away. Do you think Asian sunscreens like Beauty of Joe Sunscreen 1004 are okay for older children? My daughter is 9 and has melia. Yes. Also leads me to question 2. Should I worry about it? She has a lot on her cheeks. Is it related to acne? So around 9, different people, different ages. I would say that around 9 is where for some people hormones start changing, and that obviously presents in the skin. It could be Melia. It might not be. It might just be like under the skin breakouts, small pot breakouts. I would say as a great way just to start on the skincare at that age, if it's bothering her and if you see just seeing those bumps, I would recommend getting a real nice low dose salicylic acid treatment. Don't go for one of the stripping or drying ones by like Neutrogena. Go for something like, well, Paula's Choice do one that's quite expensive, but you could go for there's something that's just gentle. 2% is fine, and just use it every other day. And you should see that some of that will just be minimized anyway. So yes, I would definitely recommend 2% salicylic acid treatment. Just will make the world of difference. And it's a great place to start in skincare. At 9, I would say have a really good cleanser and a salicylic acid treatment and a sunscreen. Those 3 are great. I'm going to see you like all the way through your teens. I'll be fine. Asian sunscreens like Beauty of Joe Sun Skin 1004, are they okay for older children? They are. I think the key success to getting kids to wear sunscreen is choosing one that they like. I know we should all be fixating on the level of coverage, we should all be fixating on performance, all that's really important. But actually, it's all rubbish if you don't apply it. And kids are fickle. They don't really buy into sunscreen the way that, now we're covered in hyperpigmentation, having not worn sunscreen long enough. I buy into it. So I would say choose a sunscreen that they want to wear. If you want to choose it for them, great. But some of the best advice that I usually give people when they're trying to introduce someone, whatever age, to skincare is kind of go with them. Say, look, let's go to the drugstore or Sephora or wherever you want to go, and let's go to the sunscreens and choose one together, so they can choose one that's packaging that they want. And I think if they've chosen it, it's kind of less like, mum tells me to wear this. It's more like, this is my sunscreen, I'm kind of bought into it. That is what other people have said has been really useful. So that's just top tier. I mean, obviously do however you want, but that's one thing that I think can help people that maybe not always want to wear sunscreen kind of buy into it. Asian sunscreens are a great option though, because they're lightweight, they're moisturizers, they don't feel like you're wearing anything on the skin. So I think, yes, they're really good. And obviously, if you don't want to go to a physical store, have a look online together, and see see what is what appeals to them. But let me know which one you go for. But they are both absolutely suitable and work really, really well. I see that everyone is now possum obsessed. I am pre-possum. I do not own a possum. Emma says recommendations for extremely dry spots on the body. Exfoliation. But again, I would go lactic acid because it's going to hydrate at the same time. And I would again go in with the urea. Really great. Go for 20 or 30% on the body. It will work so well. Use it all over. Don't just use it on the spots. Use it all over and it'll just even everything out as well. Makeup Boy says, hey Rob, what's your opinions on the English tranexamic acid serum? I like it. I like the texture. I think it's great. I don't know the strength of it. I don't know if they've actually published the strength of it, which is a bit of a red flag for me because I like to know the strength of the actives that I'm using. It's not a total deal breaker, but I do personally like to know the strength of the products that I'm using if I can. That would be my only criticism of it. But it does feel really good on the skin, so I can't fault them for that. Emma, thoughts on Primark skincare, love it. It's actually really, really good. So good. They basically just ripped off the ordinary and made it even cheaper. Fully endorse it. Jan said, I'm almost 34 and I'm running out of skincare. Luckily, Mad About Skin is on its way. It is. It should be there next week, Jan. It should be there next week. They collected like 200 and something parcels one day and another 300 the other. They were like carrying out these parcels to poor delivery man, and they were scanning them in the depot. So it should all be coming ASAP, Jan. And I can't wait for you to. I can't wait. Everyone's Sheriff Tom is silent but deadly. Don't mess with Sheriff Tom. Tina says, what the heck is going on when you're oily but also flaky? It gets so confusing. Oh, I know. Yes, oily and flaky, dry and acne prone. Yes, our skin doesn't fit into the categories that brands would like us to fit into. That is a fact. I would say there step back and have a look at the products. There are products that meet this. So if you're oily but have flaky skin, there will be an oily skin exfoliant that will help. It's just about finding it. It does make it difficult. If everyone just had combination skin, it'd be easy because all brands just want us to have combination skin and move on with our lives. Life would be a lot easier. But I hear you, Tina. I've been struggling with this for years. Suzanne said, thank you. Try lactic acid 10% instead of 5. Use your moisturizer with urea and see if I notice any difference. Once I use up the products I have, I'll try strong urea cream. Yeah, I think try it and see if it works and build up. You might need to go for a stronger urea cream. You might not. It just depends. So, Jan said, I'd just like to recommend Magic Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh cards to the almost 13-year-old. Skincare can wait for another year. I can imagine you, Jan, as a full-on Yu-Gi-Oh. I was Yu-Gi-Oh, less Pokemon, more Yu-Gi-Oh. Emma said, is it normal for sunscreen to like never be fully dry on the skin? Yes, the sunscreen filters don't sink in that well. Not all sunscreens do. So most sunscreens that I now use do sink in. Not to blow my own trumpet, but the Mad About Skin sunscreen, for example, does sink in. Um, they're designed by nature of chemical sunscreens. They're designed to leave a bit of a film on the skin. That's where you get the protection from. So, yes, but they should feel dry. You can also always powder it down as well. You know, if whatever sunscreen you're using, it just feels slightly tacky, you can get a powder and just powder it over, and that will solve the problem, and that won't impact the sun protection. So that's like a hack to getting around that. Tina says 13 cleanser and sunscreen. Yeah, I would say cleanser, sunscreen, and maybe a anti-acne treatment if you're getting breakouts. That would be more than enough. You don't want to overload at that age because people can get totally turned off from skincare, but you also don't want to not do anything and then they end up resorting to the worst style of Neutrogena stripping Clearasil products, which I did. Let's see. Robin says, I found Q&A skincare at TK Maxx. Oh, really? Guess I'm going to TK Maxx tomorrow. TK Maxx have got some really good skincare at the moment. If you're in the States, TJ Maxx is the same thing. They've got some great, I don't know why they have different initials, but anyway, they have some really great skincare at the moment. You can get all Selfless by Hiram products at my local one at 75% off. One of the products was like £2. It was ridiculously cheap. Q&A Skin apparently is there, so they'll be like 30% off, even better. And they had some Physicians Formula stuff if people like Physicians Formula. Yeah, they've got some really good stuff at the moment. Absolutely love watching you. First time on the live stream, but definitely a lot of us. Thank you. We love you. Thank you so much, and that makes me so happy. Robin says, my kids love the Matter Out Skin sunscreen. They just like the thick white ones. Yours feel like a normal lotion. First of all, Robin, that makes me so happy because that's like dream. Yes. Sunscreen, the best sunscreens are the ones you don't mind wearing. You know, there is no point going for the ultra high protection stuff that you never put on because it's horrible. Go for a broad spectrum, SPF 50 if you can get it, that feels like a lotion. You can use it instead of your moisturizer and it's easy. That's what I wanted to create with my own product, and the fact that people say that's kind of what they're getting from it makes me so incredibly happy. So thank you. And that's made me so happy. It is what it is. It says, I love your videos. I'm from the Netherlands, sending love to the Netherlands. I have a question about melasma, and I have bad melasma on my upper lip, almost black and dark sections by my hairline, forehead going to soon to have Accutane. So I would say, yeah, so if you say any tips for us brown girlies, the more pigment that is naturally present in the skin, the more likely you are to experience hyperpigmentation, melasma, and other forms of excess pigment production. That's just because you've got more pigment to start with. When it goes into overdrive, it tends to go into overdrive. That's a very simplistic way. There's lots of different makeups of the skin that lead to that. But yeah, it can be very difficult. And I would say, at the end of the day, a couple of bits of advice that I would give anyone, whatever your skin tone and skin type, when it comes to melasma, a couple of things I would definitely recommend. One, kind of try and look past it. And I know this is easier said than done because it really bothered me when I had my post-acne scarring and hyperpigmentation. But just be mindful that actually, you know what people see, loads of studies have shown when you meet someone, they don't see this section. They see your eyes, so this is the bit that people generally see. And so I read this study that said that. I was like, yeah, you know what, that puts into real perspective. If you've got stunning eyes and a gorgeous eye makeup look, and nobody's looking at you in the melasma, they're drawn to the eyes, which I always think was quite interesting perspective. And I always felt more self-conscious than I needed to be because I saw my hyperpigmentation more than anyone else saw it. So first of all, if that helps, just try, and it's easier said than done. I appreciate. The other thing is you said that you're going to on Accutane, so I would personally discuss everything with your prescriber because Accutane can counteract with a lot of different stuff. So I would personally say if you're going to go on Accutane, discuss with your prescriber exactly what can and can't be used alongside it. That would be the best thing. But I think generally, as a lot of my friends who have deeper, darker, and richer skin tones, again, more prone to melasma, hyperpigmentation, they swear by tranexamic acid both in pill form and also in topical serum form. Now, depending on where in the world you live will depend whether you can get pill form over the counter or whether it needs a prescription, so that might not be for everyone. But serums you definitely can. I think tranexamic acid is like an essential. It's a very nice to have for those with a fairer skin tone. For people with deeper, darker, and richer skin tones, I think it's almost like a must, and that's something that a lot of my friends have said that have experienced the same thing. So I'd say get your tranexamic acid game on point. Speak to your referrer and prescriber around Accutane and what you can and can't use alongside it, and just know that you are stunning no matter what. Hopefully that helps. I do think tranexamic acid is a much overlooked ingredient that I think can add a lot of benefit. Emma says, how do you apply sunscreen on the ears, like the inside, all the folds, and how do you clean it at night without being super messy? This is a good point. I personally don't, and I know I should. What I do is I kind of put it on and sort of work it in. I don't go in and all that. I just kind of work it in. Know that if you're applying your sunscreen to your ears, you're doing far better than 90% of the world that forgets them. So the highest rates of skin cancer are at the tops of the ears when it comes to like growing rates of skin cancer. Top of the ears, because it's the first bit the sun hits, and it's a bit we always miss with sunscreen. So just know, as long as you're applying there, you're doing really, really well. And that's what I'd recommend. And just know that you're doing better than 90% of the world that never do it on the ears, and they should. Nina, sending lots of love to Strasbourg. Let's have a look. Amy says, okay, bring the 13-year-old back. Rob answered her question. This is true, and I didn't even mean to. I wouldn't even see that. It was for another thing. Let's see. Nina says, keep up the good work. I love your videos. Thank you, Nina. I love you too. Lola said, my 19-year-old daughter is getting all of her friends on the skincare and sunscreen. Proud mum moment. There is nothing prouder than when people actually take it. Because it's self-care, isn't it? I love people to take care of themselves, because that means you're in a good place. You want to do these things. And sunscreen... Now we have choice. Like years ago, it was terrible. Now we actually have choice. Exploring, finding a sunscreen that works makes me very, very happy. Sophie says, can someone recommend a good salicylic acid cleanser rather than CeraVe, or is it better to get the salicylic acid serum? So it depends what you want to do. So you cannot actually use salicylic acid cleanser and serum in the same routine. It doesn't work because you're rinsing one off. It's not the same. So you could use both in the same routine if you're very acne prone and want to get double the benefits. My favourite salicylic acid cleanser is the Inculist. Not the biggest fan of the Inculist as a brand, but I think their salicylic acid cleanser just works really, really well. Superdrug also do a salicylic acid cleanser, and Revolution Skincare also do one. I love all three of those. All cruelty free and all work really, really well. So those would be my top 3 salicylic acid cleanser recommendations. Let's see. Eloise says, I'm autistic. I don't do eye contact. I look at people's noses. Sorry. That's fine. Do you know, this is, but then again, it's picking a point on the face where I think a lot of us have our melasma here. A lot of this isn't where people are looking. They're looking eyes, nose. Some people focus on the mouth. I know. I've a friend who's autistic that actually focuses on the mouth. They found that easier. Absolutely fabulous. I think in the 2023 we do what works for us, and that makes us fabulous. So could you do a video on how you created your skincare line? I'm curious about the whole product formulation process. It's difficult because I did it during the pandemic, which meant I couldn't visit labs. Samples had to be sent. I couldn't go and visit. It was all for very valid reasons, very arm's length, which made it quite difficult. So I was a control freak, and I had like sign off. I chose the ingredients that went in. I chose the samples, and there were hundreds of samples that I chose from. But I never actually got to go and visit in person because of the pandemic. So it's quite difficult to do like a how I created it kind of video, because I wasn't there. I was here and sampling. But I will do so. I'm quite happy to share the experience, of course. Solvig says, "Oh no, I didn't realize it was a Sunday live stream. Oh, we missed you, Solvig, but we love you anyway. And hopefully you're having an amazing Sunday." Mohammed said, just watched your rosemary oil video for hair growth. Are you still using it? I am. I think it's great. I've got really great results from it. I've seen a noticeable difference. I would say it takes about 3 to 6 months to start seeing the difference, but it's worth persevering. It's great. Top tip though, when you're using it, is just make sure either buy a pre-formulated one, like the Nature Spell one is pre-formulated, so it's fine, you can just apply it. Some other ones are pure oil and you need to water it down, otherwise it'll be too sensitizing. So I would recommend the Nature Spell one because it's already made for you. But it's really good. Still use it and really, really enjoy it. It is what it is. Thank you for your answer. Have a false Korean skincare routine. Rice, have beauty, vitamin C, and azelaic acid, but it just doesn't fade away. I'll try the ingredient that you said. Hopefully, tranexamic acid will work. I know quite a few people it has worked, and it's a pleasure. Thanks for your question. Nina says, talking of prof mum moment, I found a sunscreen that my kids love, apply it, and they just do it now like it's something normal in the morning. Goals. That is goals. That is goals. Emma says, how often do you reapply sunscreen? So it depends. Just now, my advice to everyone with sunscreen is do one really thorough application in the morning, because that is better than a whole lot of the world that aren't using sunscreen at all. Do one really thorough application in the morning. Reapplying is ideal, but if you forget, if you've done a really good application in the morning, it's fine. Also, it depends on the sunscreen. So European sunscreens tend to be more photostable, so don't need it reapplying as often. American sunscreens that use older generation filters need to be reapplied every 2 hours. So if you're using an American sunscreen, every 2 hours is how often you should reapply it. If you're using a European sunscreen, depending on the filters, but most of them you can just reapply midday and then you're good. Like once a day reapplication. Application in the morning, one reapplication, and you're absolutely fine. Megan Buster, I just checked. The Inculus tranexamic acid serum contains 2% tranexamic acid. Sounds kind of low. Right. Well, first of all, I'll take it back then. They do give the percentage, which I appreciate. I do like that. 2% isn't that low. 2 to 5% is the average. Good molecules, I think, do a higher strength version. That could work really, really well. But 2 to 5% is the average, and 2% will still give you good results. Promise. So Tina says, Sweet Tea, I'm subscribing to your channel. We all will. Sweet Tea, when you launch your channel, we're subscribing. So let's see. I'm nearly at the end of the comments. How have I managed this? Mr. Devco, I hope I pronounced that, says, hi Rob, can you please help me layer my skincare? I use retinol 1% in squalane, Q&A azelaic acid, and niacinamide, and the moisturizer. What is your correct order? So apply your Q&A azelaic acid, cleanse the skin, azelaic acid, then add your niacinamide, then put your moisturizer, and then put your retinol 1% on top. If you want, you could mix a couple of drops of your retinol and squalane into your moisturizer, mix them together and apply if you want to do a 2-in-1. That's perfect. But good question, and sounds like a great routine. It says, how do you know your moisturizer is moisturizing enough? I don't have any dryness or flakes, struggle with dehydration lines. Moisturizing is one thing, but you want to get ultimate hydration, so I would probably recommend glycerin, adding in look at the quality of the humectants. Glycerin and collagen being my favorite too. Jan's Creation says, what vitamin C brand can you use that's affordable and you recommend? Geek and Gorgeous all the way. Absolute favorite, affordable and phenomenal. It says, is octocrylene bad? I'm seeing different opinions. Personally not. I don't have an issue with it, but if you in any way are worried about an ingredient, just look for an alternative without it. I don't think it's bad. I personally use it and I have no issue with it at all. How can I get rid of 11's lines? Well, most people go for Botox, but if you don't want to do Botox, lots of peptide serums can give a Botox-esque vibe. So you can either go for the ordinary Azure line, applied twice a day, will work really well, or you can use my favorite, which is the Indeed Lab Synoxin 2 serum, which works so well. Irene, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Thanks for joining. And I've got to the end of the comments. I was only going to do an hour live stream today because it's so hot that I'm sweating a treat. So I thought I'll just do an hour because then I won't get too hot. But I had it in. We can get to the end of the comments, so we've overrun a little bit. Sorry for that, but it's still been an amazing live stream. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, I'm going to take a quick sip of my tea and then we'll do a few goodbyes and all that. If you haven't already, last chance to minimise that chat. Hop over to that like button, give it a gentle caress, and we're hopefully, just know that I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that takes the moment out of your day to like the videos, because it does really help me as a content creator. So thank you so much. Now, thank you for spending your Sunday. Oh my God. None of us are getting up for work tomorrow. We all think it's Saturday. Have you missed Lorne? Do you want me to see? Let's see if I can get Lorne. Oh, of course you're waiting outside of the door. He's like my little shadow. Yes, of course, waiting outside of the door. Yes. Are you going to say hello to everyone? No, don't just lick me. Say hello to... Oh, don't look the other way. Say hello to everyone. Yes, there we are. He sits outside the door. He's like glued to me 24 hours a day. He is my shadow. Wherever I am, he's there, mooning and grizzling. And yes. Anyway, you'll see him next week with his new haircut. He's going for a summer haircut, and he's gonna look. You're gonna be less matted, aren't you? And less greasy and smelly, because he loves to roll in the seaweed. He likes to paddle in the sea. He likes to get sand in his fur. So this dog is always matted. He's always smelling, and he's always greasy, aren't you? And he's always grumbling. You're always grumbling, aren't you? Right. Well, now you've all. Oh, you get a lot of love, Lon, and I always get way more likes when you appear. So he's going to become a permanent fixture. Anyway, thank you for spending your evening with me, guys. I love you all so much. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and wherever you are in the world, guys. Love you so much. Take care. Bye.